What up with your YouTube and YouTube buzz? It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck and I'm up. And you're tuning in to the Vibration Podcast where we talk about Marvel, DC, comic books, anime, video games, and more. Let's go. Hey, now that we finally on the air, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, the delays, and you know what I'm saying? I apologize for last week for us not being able to go on. My internet it had went down and the lights went down, you know what I'm saying, down here in Louisiana. That's where I'm from. See, we don't really get too much of cold weather where it snows and stuff like that. But this year we got some snow. And when we got some snow, it shut everything down. So I've been having technical difficulties because the internet just pretty much coming back up like what Sunday? Sunday night, Monday morning around that time frame there. So I pretty much was just dabbing in and out with no internet. So every time, excuse me, every time I was trying to get on Twitter or do anything, the internet would come in for a few seconds and I try to hurry up and try to get a tweet out. Then they'll go right back down. But just one of those things, you know what I'm saying? I just want to apologize for, you know what I'm saying, for the technical difficulties that we went through last Wednesday. Well, this Wednesday here, you know what I'm saying? We got a couple people that are supposed to show up. They a little bit later on, I have a couple people that said they wasn't gonna be able to make it. So you know what I'm saying, I was like, well, I can't keep the people on waiting no longer. And I really wanted to go live. I wanted to get on here and talk some stuff until, like, you know what I'm saying, to all my people get in here. And I wanted to get to just get to talking about, you know what I'm saying, this Marvel and the DC stuff. So I was sitting back and I was like, what'd be something good to watch on TV, because you know what I'm saying, I was just kind of like going back and forth. And one of the things that caught my attention was Gotham. And when I went to go watch Gotham, it was like one of those shows where it got its ups and its downs, where, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning it was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, Bruce Wayne as a child, and you know what I'm saying, they just drill in your head about, you know what I'm saying, his mom and daddy died. You know, like, we have seen that a billion times. We tired of it. Do what Spider-Man doing, like, you know what I'm saying, suggest that it, but don't actually say it. Just kind of like, you know, how they doing it now since they back with Marvel. They know people tired of hearing that same line. And you know what I'm saying, great power comes great responsibility, and Uncle Ben dying. We don't need to see that again and again and again. We know everybody like, okay, let's get to some other stuff now. We got about 100 different origin stories about there we can go to. But anyway, though, about this Batman. So once it get through that, because they the first season they really go hard on that about the mom and daddy dying, and him trying to revenge his mom and daddy death, pretty much what he was going through for the first couple of seasons. But it had other things that was going on that kept it interesting. Like, you know what I'm saying, you got to learn about some of the villains and how they became the villains that they are. You know what I'm saying, how they just, you know what I'm saying, came from the bottom then and made it to the top, and how they trying to keep themselves on the top, how they go from playing politics and showing how they got bad roles in politics, where they got bad people doing politics. Yeah, I'm talking about the Penguin. I'm talking about they'll go through I mean, I ain't gonna go through everybody's stories, but just Nigma, his story was amazing, how he was just a forensic detective or whatever like that. He just examined stuff and kind of like try to piece stuff together like that. But how he changed from that person to the Riddler, you know what I'm saying, magnificent. And how the way they just keep bringing it on, you know, even with the Catwoman origin story, you know what I'm saying, I like how they doing those. But you know what I'm saying, the Bruce Wayne, the Batman story, he in the TV show, but he's not really in the show. You only really watch the show for him. He just something that's just there. That's like watching The Walking Dead. It's not looking to see zombies. Like, they just there. It's all about the people interacting with each other. So it's more about that type of situation. So when I got to watching this Gotham, then they had this one little character that came on them. His name was Jerome, and he kind of laid an impact on me. So the impact that he had was like, Jerome was you know what I'm saying, like a crazy kind of a person, and they were saying like he wasn't the Joker at the time, but you know what I'm saying, he became such a big fan favorite that they decided to end up giving him the opportunity to take hold of the Joker role. So when he took hold of the Joker role and he really became the Joker, and the way they used, I think it's the New 52, where they got the Joker, got his face cut off or whatever like that. So they using that design art from that one. So when I'm coming back and I was looking at it, and I was like, damn, Jerome came out and he was played a damn good Joker role, and a Joker role was like it wasn't over the top, but it was just enough. Then it was on television, and then I seen the new Joker that was on Suicide Squad. And I was like, man, I know they cut his role a lot, but he wasn't no good Joker. Just the look of him, just the feel that you get from him didn't really give you that Joker feel. Like Hugh Hefner, about to call him Hugh Hefner, but the dude that played on the Joker of the Dark Knight. Now that was an amazing Joker. You actually felt him playing the Joker. Like when what's his name that played the Joker back in the late 90s? He played on The Shining. Everybody be talking about him all the time. I can't think of his name. But it'll come to me in a minute. But when he played the Joker, like he played a damn good Joker. And he played on The Shining. I just can't think of his name. But it'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, but the thing about the situation is, who do I think would be the better Joker? And I came up to a conclusion like, okay, I really have to say this younger Joker, the one that's playing on Gotham, he having a smaller role right now. He doing little bitty things, but the things that he doing is just not overdoing it. He just giving you just enough, and then you being able to get some type of backstory about this Joker, and you get to actually get to know this Joker. So I think he got more of an opportunity than a person that played the Joker in a movie that's only 2 hours, and we talking about seasons of shows. So I'm saying I think that I have to give it to him because in my eyes, he'll be the better Joker, just overall in long terms, because he's gonna have time to grow and be able to grow into this role. Now, you know what I'm saying? That was one of my topics I had wanted to talk about. And then just thinking about how Batman didn't really play or Bruce Wayne, because he's not Batman right now, how he really don't play no role until that show. The Joker, Jerome, will actually make him be a better character. Watch and see. That's my prediction about what they're finna do in these next couple episodes, because they just reintroduced Jerome back to the show, letting you know that he was gonna be on. So speaking about the Batman gonna be a better Batman, they got this Batman anime that's supposed to be coming out in the near future. My plans on checking it out, and the whole concept of they're making a Batman TV show, but it ain't gonna be from Western. It's gonna have their anime look to it. So the people that does anime gonna do this Batman. So that's gonna give us a whole new feel of a whole different perspective of a Batman like anime movie. You know what I'm saying? And my hopes was they'll get their hands on some more. And like this would be a start of a new trend. Like you could do the X-Men. That's a Marvel. Matter of fact, a Superman. Now a Superman. Just think about an anime Superman. Just think about how they would implement things about that. Man, I think now that'll be the best bet. They do like a anime Superman. Now that'll be something that really catch my attention. Now because it'll be like some out of this world type stuff, you know, they'll take it to a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? They'll just be on some like beam me up, Scotty. And then they get some beam me up, Scotty. There's one other topic I had wanted to talk about that Quentin Tarantino is supposed to be directing the next Star Trek movie. Now this was gonna be one of my original topics from last week, because I had originally had this topic from last week, but from the technical difficulties we couldn't go live. So what I said I was going to do was just talk about it this week. So the Star Trek. Now the thing about the Star Trek what make it so interesting, because Quentin Tarantino is going to wrote a script that, you know, it's pretty much like a fan script, and they liked it so much that they thinking about actually giving them the opportunity to do it, or he just gonna sell the little fan script that he wrote to him. So it's either he gonna go diving or he gonna bag up off of it completely and just sell and get a little credits off of that. But what I'm hoping he actually dive into this movie, because he gonna give it a whole different perspective. And you know, he have a foot fetish, where if you didn't know, Quentin Tarantino have a foot fetish where in every movie that he always do a close-up of a lady feet. I mean, just go back and look at it. Any movie, you might have a woman just walking barefooted across the hallway or something like that, and they'll show a close-up of her feet. Or they had a woman climbing up some some stairs, and then when they were showing her foot, get a close up of her feet when her foot was touching on the stairs. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's just the type of things he do. I wonder who we're doing Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? One of them alien feet and kind of put out there and get a close up of that, or who knows? You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a whole bunch of different stuff they could do. And then they might come out with a video game for the Star Trek too, like how the other one was, the free-to-play one. But you know what I'm saying? It's just a big budget one might come out with this game too. I mean, with this movie too. And you know what I'm saying? With the movies and the games, you know, they kind of go hand in hand. But it's better when you have a movie and turn it into a game, or is it better to have a game that they turn into a movie? Because, you know what I'm saying, when most of the movies that I've seen that was actually good movies, they try to make games for them, they was pretty bad. But then when they have a good game and they try to make a movie to this game, the movie always sucks. It's like these are two of the most famous and the most best, besides for sports, pastime and entertainment that you could have, but you can't mix these two together. But you can make a good sports movie. So I wonder why those two don't intertwine together. Or, you know what I'm saying, the people just need to start coming together and implementing a whole lot better and taking each other more seriously. Because when you take the other one more seriously, it complements the other hand. So I think that'll help with the movies and the video games trying to coincide together. But that's me speaking about that. That's just me thinking about this new trailer I had recently seen called Rampage, and it got The Rock in them, and he have this pet gorilla that he raised from little. Then he got to some. It's like, you know what I'm saying, it's almost like a dude bruh type movie. It's a summer blockbuster movie. Somehow, you know what I'm saying, it's like, okay, we're going to the movie to see something. Well, we know it ain't gonna be good, ain't gonna be bad. It's gonna be something, all right. You know, but we just going out, so we ain't really into the movie like that as much. So we ain't investing into it. We just want to be there, I guess, type movies. Yeah, that's what that is. But but The Rock, he lay around them, and he got this gorilla that he saved or whatever, and the gorilla got into some mutagen. I'm just gonna call it that because I ain't thinking too deep into this movie. Got into some mutagen. All of a sudden, he got huge. Then you got this I think it was like an alligator or something like that. They got into this mutagen, then it got huge, you know, it's supposed to be like Godzilla type thing. Then you had this wolf. The wolf got into it, did the same thing, got big, and they went around trying to destroy buildings and stuff like that, you know, like off the old game. You picked one of the three characters, and whoever could destroy the most stuff on the buildings, they get more points. How deep can this movie be? But anyway, though, that was just me just rambling off about that. You know what I'm saying? But they got this there's one last thing that, you know what I'm saying, I want to ask everybody. I need some answers on this one here, though. You know what I'm saying? They got Legends of Tomorrow, the DC television show. Now, this is a spoiler because I always been spoilerific, letting everybody know that ever watch it, it's gonna be spoilerific. Now, who you think was better could replace, my bad, who could replace Firestorm? Because, you know, the old man had died. So that's going to be the end of Firestorm. So now we got to look for who going to be replacement is. I was like, damn, Wally West would be a good fit over there, but they just had the Reverse Flash, but that was on the opposite side. So I was looking at Wally West, but I was like, damn, at the same time, too, we got Constantine. Constantine got his own, had his own show. He was still had so much that he could been doing, but you know what I'm saying, it just wasn't clicking at the time frame. Now, if Constantine was a season that capitalized and came out right now, it probably do a whole lot more numbers. But so I think he might be on the Legends of Tomorrow. So it could be either him, could be Wally West. It could be a couple of different people. You know what I'm saying? I want people to just leave their comments below. Let me know what you think and who you think that it should be to replace Firestorm on Legends of Tomorrow on the DC show. Well, man, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck. I'm finna get about this thing. You know what I'm saying? Glad chatting with y'all about this Marvel and this DC, you know what I'm saying, Xbox, PlayStation, video game lifestyle that we be living. You know what I'm saying? I had fun. I enjoyed myself. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk about this game. I was excited. Now I'm finna go play me some games. Y'all be safe. Y'all be secure. Y'all have a good night.